We are live!
Welcome to the Uncle Jimmy and Cousin Donnie Show, sponsored by the Beacon Tap, Signature Transportation Group, and Cut Shot. Donnie, how you doing tonight, my man?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. We're here. We're live. We're a little bit late, and we apologize for being a little bit late. However, a couple good excuses. Jimmy was putting together his house over there, struggling.
Dude, talk about a workout. Oh, my God.
What were you doing?
I was hanging a TV by myself, but it was complicated because the location, and it was a previous TV there, so the other holes didn't line up. No, it was, I'll tell you.
What size TV?
Just for the basement bedroom, it was like 44, I believe, or 43.
Okay.
So just perfect for the bedroom, off the wall, kind of full rotation. Man, it was, I ain't going to lie, it was rough.
We were looking for, like, are TVs really, really cheap now compared to what they used to be?
Yeah. I mean, if you go back like 10 years,
Yeah.
I mean, 10 years ago, you're looking at large TVs for over 1,000, 1,500.
Right.
Now it's like you can get a 75 for like $500-600.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because when we bought our house, we were looking for TVs, and it was like, this is nothing compared to what I thought it would be. So we got some really good guests on for tonight with a great team.
Cousin Donnie, I earned this.
You did. You worked your tail off for it.
I know. We're a half hour late, and it's my fault. But
okay.
I'll tell you, it was a fun week. A lot of fun, a lot of interesting things. Donnie, I have an awesome announcement for you.
What do you got?
And
oh yeah,
I think this is big time, not only for the game of softball, but just in general for our show. It's, to me, I think it's like probably somebody who's the most famous person probably right now in probably Chicago.
He's up there. He's up there for sure.
He's up there. I mean, he's definitely somebody that I think all of Chicago knows.
Yeah.
So, but we are going to have him live on our show, which I am pumped. April 14th. He is going to come on, and it's Mr. Jim. Let's butcher his last name.
Yeah, you got it.
Corneliuson.
There you go. Mr. Jim Corneliuson, who sings the national anthem at, I believe, every Hawks game.
Yes.
And he does a ton of Cubs games, if I'm not mistaken.
He's quite a few.
A great figure in Chicago sports.
He did the Bears-Packers playoff game.
There you go.
I just think that having someone like him on the show, and he will have an announcement on April 14th for the rest of the game, which I think is going to be pretty badass. So
pretty cool.
He's going to come on our show, and he's going to talk a little bit about just the game of softball, what he knows about softball, how he grew up. He's a Indiana grad. Okay. So he's got a lot of cool, interesting things that I feel like a lot of softball in Chicago is going to know about. So
yeah, I'm excited to ask him some really cool things that I think a lot of people are curious. He does a lot of games. What's the most nervous he's ever been before a game? What's the biggest game he ever performed at? Things like that. We're curious to see like what questions you guys have for him as well as we have him on the show, what people want us to ask him. Tyler asked if we're coming to the Hall of Fame this weekend. Unfortunately, I don't believe we are going to be there this weekend.
Donnie, it's Donnie's birthday weekend.
I know.
And Donnie had planned, Tyler. So unfortunately, we could not make it. And then I believe I called 2 backups. And neither one of them could make it either, Donnie. So Uncle Jimmy's not going by himself.
We'll make it up to them. But for tonight, we've got 2 really great guests. They're brothers. They are a huge piece of an up-and-coming team. I mean, probably a top 7 team this year with all the talent that they brought onto their roster. Some really, really great vets as well in that group. So it's Angelo and Nooch from Fat Kids. We're excited to have them on the show and talk about their team and talk about their direction for 2026. And, I'm pumped to have them. I like both these guys a lot. You wouldn't know they're brothers if you don't know them. But they're great human beings, and I'm a fan of both of them.
Yeah, the one question I think I have to ask them is, what's going on with Chip Dog?
Yeah, I know.
What's going on? So, I mean,
I was happy you said that.
Yeah, I think most of the softball is going to probably want to hear that answer. So, and that's cool because that's what Chippy is. That's the character who he is. So, I hope. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I said I hope that all plays out well and and no one's pissed off in the end. But there's got to be some live odds. Chippy the Circus or Chippy Fat Kids.
Someone will be pissed off in the end. I don't know who it's going to be, but one or the other will be pissed.
Yeah.
We did start a little bit late tonight, so instead of doing the top, we were talking about EHs and things like that. We're going to put that off for a week. I've got a really cool sports debate that I want your opinion on, and I want a lot of people in the chat on because we started late. That'll take forever to get through the names and things like that. So instead of that, I've got a cool debate for you tonight that I want to hear your opinion. We'll get Angelo and Nooch as well. And then anybody.
Well, we technically only have 3 positions left.
Correct.
We have EH catcher.
Yep.
We have pitcher and we have shortstop.
Yeah.
So I know you got this debate for the sports, but I was thinking maybe too, as we're doing the debate, we can come up with the 10 or 11 through 20 with the audience. Okay.
People get mad when we forget people on this show.
I know.
You know that?
I know. It's very.
If you got names, you rattle them off.
I will do that.
Okay, but, that works.
Let's get into our boy Nooch and Angelo. Let's get them on the show. I think they're probably before they get drunk in the green room. So, what's up, boys?
Yo.
How we doing?
What's up, guys?
Matt Menizzi said, Nooch, easy 2 blunts in before the show.
Nooch, you're going to have to move that camera up a little.
Matt Menizzi.
There you go, my man. I love the beard, but I don't want to look at it the whole show.
The green room, I had it all set up.
Oh, I got you. Got you. All right.
Oh, also, Jim, we got to do utility too, by the way. We got to do a utility list. So add that.
So welcome to the Uncle Jimmy and Cousin Donnie Show. I know both of you guys have kind of been on the show before, but we've been bringing on, as you guys been watching, I'm sure, the previous top 12 teams that we feel in the game here until the season starts. We're going to be doing, obviously, top 10 players by position. But tonight, it's really about the Fat Kids and kind of what the 2026 season looks like. So I don't know if you guys want to make introductions. I don't know. Go ahead and make introductions. I know there's certain people that maybe watch the show that don't know who you guys play for, what you do, but just kind of make an introduction. Start with Nooch, who you are, what you are, when you started playing softball, and obviously then hand it over to your brother.
All right, I'll start it off. Nooch or Anthony, most people wouldn't know that. Go through that over again. But like I said last time, this is like I think I'm going on here like 15 or 16. 2009 was the first year I started. So, been quite a while already. It's gone by in a flash though. I started with Lemons, the Row, then went to Impact for like 7 or 8 years, Flash for like 5 years. And I think this is like my 5th year back now with Fat Kids. So, yeah.
Well, welcome to the show, my man. Angelo, what do you got for me?
it's kind of funny because our paths are kind of the same. You know, probably started with the Lemons in 2006, 2005. Played a couple years there. From there, went to the Row with Lou Rossi. After that, then went to Impact for about 8, 9 years. Then I did a year with Snappers during the COVID year, and then been with Fat Kids ever since.
So, as we get into the Fat Kids tonight, we're going to talk a lot about your pickups and things like that, and I know I'll save that for Donnie's question. But if you look at 2026 compared to what you guys did last year, what you're looking forward to doing this year, what's the goal for 2026 for the Fat Kids as we move in? Angelo, we'll start with you.
I would first say my goal just to stay competing, stay getting better. I think in softball, you know, growth is everything. If you can have a year where you steady get better every year, you know what I mean, it sets the table for the future. You know, people want to come play, you know, your opportunities to pick up better veterans or, you know, bring in the young kids grow with the amount of jumps you take as the years go. I'm kind of one of the old guys on the team, so my outlook is a little different. A healthy season, a fun season, and just competing.
Yeah.
You know.
No, that's yeah, I mean, as we get up in age, that's kind of what it's about, right? We just try not to get hurt. So
yeah.
But go ahead, Nooch, what do you got? What's a successful season for Fat Kids in 2026?
I mean, I think we last year with even just the pickups we made, you know, we made leaps and bounds just in one season. So, you know, we made some deep runs in some tournaments and stuff like that. You know, obviously aside from being healthy and everything that Angelo said,
Right.
you know, I think really on the list is to win one of these major tournaments, you know. Not, I mean, granted, you know, competing and everything is cool, but now that we understand that we can compete, you know, it's like we deserve to win too, you know. So
Right.
just being able to win one of these tournaments, I think is going to be one of our biggest goals this year.
Probably that Uncle Jimmy Cousin Donnie tournament would probably be the biggest one, right? I know.
Yeah, for sure.
Before I hand it over to Donnie and get to Donnie's question, I think you guys played somebody in the Berwyn Genera North-South tournament, and I think you walked them off. And that is the great signature team.
That was a crazy game.
That is
I think it was the second time we
one
walked them
player in
off.
every position. I don't know if you've been watching the rankings, but Signature is the number one player in every position. And
What's going on here?
You guys beat them. So tell us about how you actually walked them off and beat Signature so we can relive the moment.
Man, you know, obviously with so many top players all across the board, you know, we're up against a lot of tall odds there, you know, but just keep playing hard, keep digging deep, and you know, sometimes you end up on top.
Good answer. Very good answer. Thank you for that.
I had to throw that in there, buddy. Go ahead.
That was a crazy game because it was super windy, and that was the first time we played on the B field at Genera, and the wind was just blowing everything to like right center, left center. So I think there was like 5 home runs in that game.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we hit, 2 or 3. They definitely hit 2 or 3. And it was a very back and forth game. That's the second time that I've been walked off by Fat Kids in 2 years with Signature. One was at Midsummer Classic when we got eliminated on Saturday night. Brandon Molina hit like TOC, a 2-run homer TOC. Off me. TOC, yes, you're right. Sorry. Brandon Molina hit a 2-run homer at TOC on Saturday night. And that was tough. Like the first tournament with Signature that I was pitching got walked off on Saturday. I was like, this sucks. I hate this. But yeah, that was a crazy game. And it was back and forth, and we were up a lot of runs, and then they were up a lot of runs, and it was it was wild.
And that right field line on that B field,
it goes like completely crooked. My first question. So you guys were, JP says Donnie with an excuse. the wind is a factor. Okay, that's not an excuse. First question: you guys were a top A team like 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. You guys won a nationals. Was that 3 years ago now? And now,
3 years.
yeah, that's when you threw the no hitter, Angelo, in that tournament, right? A glove,
A no glove.
a no glove.
Yeah.
So no hitter. I think we had you on the show after that. That was awesome.
Perfect game, no?
Yeah.
Hey,
Not no hitter.
better.
Perfect game. All right.
Perfect game. Look at me. I don't know shit. But in 2 years, you guys are probably a top 6 team now in major ball. What do you attest that growth to with your team? It's picking up new guys, but how have the younger kids developed too over the last 2 years that really makes you guys as strong as you are?
I would say the biggest thing is just believing. Guys believing they can get out there and compete with the names on the other team's chest. A lot of our guys, came in, didn't really know a whole lot about softball. So, when he played the bigger teams, they just thought it was softball. And, we were able to compete that way. Having some of the younger kids that, we picked up that been with us for a long time, they were able to grow, and then we were able to put them in situations that was going to make them stronger as players. So I think the biggest thing that, I would say that made us better is just believing that we can play and knowing we can play.
Sure. That's a good answer. Nooch, what do you say to that?
Yeah, I would just say, just the growth of, some of our core guys, because up until this year, we really didn't make too many like crazy pickups or, any high number of pickups really up until this year. So, yeah, I mean, just like the dedication and the growth of the guys that we have that, keep returning year after year.
That's what I was going to say. You guys play in a lot of tournaments. You guys play in both leagues. You play in almost every event, even if it's not like a major tournament. I noticed that you guys play as a team in a lot of tournaments together, which is probably a huge piece. Matt says having a guy like Angelo who really sets the pace of the game on the mound is a huge advantage. Angelo, I will say you're probably one of the top in the game at going at your own pace, taking your time when things are, a couple hits in a row. It's going to happen, right? You're throwing the ball underhand and messing with hitters a lot, which you do really, really well. Looking at your watch, throwing pitches 2 feet at 100 miles an hour. It's really cool to see as another pitcher, like, damn, I would never even think about doing that. So that stuff, what Matt's saying is setting the pace and letting the younger guys not get overwhelmed with guys on base or guys that have got a couple hits in a row. So a huge compliment to you from, another pitcher's perspective. Jimmy, what do you got?
My next question actually leads into pickups. And I want to kind of talk about some of the pickups because I think you have taken them off pretty good teams that, let's be honest, I mean, probably 3-4 years ago, you don't really see teams leaving Flash and, maybe 45s or Signature and going to kind of a team that's maybe on the outside of the top 5. So, guys like Anthony Stacy, guys like Morris Greco, those are 2 legit players, in my opinion, at their positions, whether it's offensively or defensively. Morris has really grown from his days when I played with him with Hex. Offensively, his defense was always fantastic. His defense has only gotten better. But offensively, I feel like he's really stepped his game up over the last couple of years. I know that you also got Anthony Stacy, who's another hitter that, could either hit behind or in front of your brother, which I think Angelo is, with Nooch there. That's a big plus too. So I don't know what happened. What's he doing over there?
Here, I got him. There we go. He's back. There we go.
So, looking at your pickups, tell me a little bit, Nooch, start with you. I guess we'll start with you, Nooch. Yeah. Tell me about your pickups, and if I missed anyone, I know Chippy's we talked about before you guys came on the show. We don't know if he's coming or going, but him aside, if Anthony and Morris, and I'm assuming, didn't you guys pick up Teague too? Jake,
and Pops,
and Pops. So those 4 pickups to me are big time players, right? They've played major ball. against the best of the best. So, Nooch, start with you. Tell me about this offseason and what you guys really wanted to do to obviously bring these type players along.
Yeah. I mean, like I said earlier, we were making runs in tournaments, competing with teams. I mean, I think we beat within over the last 2 years, we've have a win versus almost every major team, with the exception of like, I think Flash and 45s and Circus maybe.
Right.
But so just, like I said, understanding that, and then just competing with the guys that we did have, even playing fucking freaking shorthand. Sorry, excuse my language.
You can curse.
Like North South last year, we showed up to play Hex, and Raider was catching. So like just being in those kind of situations, and still only losing by like I think 2 or 3 runs, puts things into perspective. Like, hey, if we could add this guy or that guy, or bring on just a couple more bodies, like what could have happened or what could happen from there.
Right.
So and then just picking up good guys like Stacy, he plays co-ed with us a lot,
Is this sound bad, guys?
Cutting out a little bit.
Yeah. So that's okay, Nooch. Don't ever apologize for cursing on this show, because we probably would have been kicked off the air a long time ago, right, Donnie?
Yeah.
You would have for sure.
Yeah, I would have been. Yeah, for sure. So, but Angelo, over to you, Angelo, about the pickups and kind of what your perspective is and what you're looking forward to. What is the guy or two that maybe you haven't played with before either that's on this team, and what are you looking forward to with some of those guys that we just mentioned with Nooch?
One of the things, just kind of coming in and continuing that family vibe that we have. Like Donnie said, we play in a lot of tournaments. We hang out. It's, I think that's something that makes us stand out versus other teams. So when we went after some of these guys, that was kind of one of our biggest pitching points to them, was like, look, it's softball, but we're a family. We have that community like that. And
No, you're kind of breaking out there. Let me take you off.
And that's something that these guys were, I guess, looking for. They didn't like how certain things were on other teams, and then letting them know that the roles that they're going to have are going to be major roles, helped. And then what I want to see from them is just sharing that knowledge they had from 5-10 years of playing major ball to these guys that are 2 years in.
Your brother's having some issues.
Well, that cricket internet, right?
He must have been hanging out with Beethoven.
Probably not.
No, but like I said, just bringing that experience that they can bring to our team. I felt like the last couple of years we were probably one hit away from getting over a hump, and bringing players that have been in those situations only give us the better odds to get that hit.
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, last year, as I said, you guys were definitely a huge improvement from the year before. I mean, and everyone in softball saw that. So now adding guys like Pops, Greco, Anthony Stacy, Teague. I mean, we didn't talk much
Jason?
about Teague, but I'm a fan of him. I know people, tend to not give him his credit because he's a young kid and he's still learning the game and all that stuff. But
there we go.
The kid hits, man. You got to say
I don't know much about him. I haven't. This will be the first time really playing with them.
That sounds
Yeah.
better.
I mean, up until this year, I knew him as the kid that walked around barefoot.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
That's
but
true.
from everybody I talk to says he's a hitter. So
No doubt he's a
that's
hillbilly. No doubt about that. But he he hits.
And that's what we need. That's the role that we really can use a little bit more of on our team, a little bit more power, a little bit more of a confident hitter up there. So that's a big role he's going to come in and fill.
And then you got the speed limit, as I call him, my boy Skittles. So
Matt Peckus.
Yeah.
So
The speed limit.
we call him the
He
speed
drives
limit.
really slow.
Yeah. So
There
we
you
came
go.
home from Iowa one year, and I think Burke and Mickey wanted to kill him in the car because he was doing the speed limit. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I call him speed limit.
Driving from Phoenix to Yuma.
Jeez.
We can't. No, you're cutting out again. I'm
Go
sorry.
sit by the window. Go put your phone by the window.
Go sit outside, Nooch. Poor Nooch. He was good, and now he's not. Poor guy.
Damn it.
Yeah. This is like team signature all over again, huh?
Bates will struggle. Bates will
Nah,
struggle.
I don't got an earpiece.
You don't have a head. Yeah, you can put one on.
Donnie, go ahead with your next question, man.
Yeah. So Jimmy, you kind of asked a good piece, like player that you hadn't played with before, but did you guys lose anybody in the off season that's not going to come back?
From my understanding, Tony Lepore.
Okay.
He played with us last year. He made more Forest Park than Melrose.
Yep.
I don't know what the whole situation was. I think work or something like that.
He's a great hitter.
Great hitter. Good veteran to have.
Yeah.
But as we grow, it's one of those things. We kind of need players that are going to be there. Not saying nothing bad about that, but it's just,
No, give it a try.
Am I good now?
Yes. There we go.
Yes.
Yeah. He's good
but
for
from
a couple minutes.
But from my knowledge, I think that's the only player we kind of lost was Tony.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if he's joined anybody else or if he's just not playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I have not.
Great hitter. Doesn't really have a position in the field from what I understand. I know he played like second base, a little short center for you guys last year,
Yeah,
but
he played short center for us.
Yeah. And now you'll have Pops or Macho there, right?
Yeah, get those options. I mean,
that's a good thing.
Still want to get out on the field and see what really fits and where guys really mesh at better and where they'll contribute the most to us.
Yeah.
Sure.
So you guys plan on playing both Forest Park and Melrose, right?
Yes.
So I don't know if you watched previous shows. If you haven't, I'll kind of fill you in a little bit. We've been talking a lot about teams playing one league or just tournaments and things like that. So what was this decision for you guys? Because I think, Donnie, if I'm correct, they're probably only the second team that we've had on the show with the exception of Signature that are playing two leagues.
Who's the other one?
Thought we had somebody that played two.
So we had, who's the other team that's playing both leagues? Would that be BTA? BTA play both leagues?
Well, High Y, no, High Y is not.
High Y doesn't do Melrose.
Okay. Then
so not many teams doing both leagues.
So they're the second team then besides Signature, right? Because you guys are playing two.
I think Impact is by two leagues.
Impact, yep, they always do. LeVar loves to get the guys out there.
45s are. We just haven't been on the show yet. I'm trying to get Izzy from not being taken away from ice.
Hold on a second. Did you say the magic word? Izzy. Angelo, I think that's our keyword of the day for you to talk about what you wanted to talk about.
All right, all you 45 fans, this is a whatnot haul sale right here. I got a one-of-a-kind card here. Beats any card that Izzy got. Taking all offers. Hit me up. We got a 1989 Don Rust, Israel Sanchez with the chest hair coming out. I don't know if you see that.
Oh.
Taking all offers.
Dude, he still got the stash on that, too. That's my guy Izzy, though. He still got the stash. Look at that.
Wow. You got to get him to autograph that.
Even at 60, he's still going. Look at him with the stash.
Yeah.
So
that's a great card.
Where did you get that card?
I actually used to collect cards a lot when I was younger, and then my mom called and talked about cleaning out her garage, and we had to get these totes out of the garage, and there was a big tote of cards, and it was actually last week when you had sale on. So when I was watching your show, I was going through the cards, and I came across this. The sad part is, it's only worth about 89 cents. I tried to sell it at the store, but if any softball players are looking to add a piece to their card collection, let me know.
I actually might buy that card from you and put it in our dugout for every game.
It's in good shape. It looks like you could grade that.
Yeah, it probably costs more to grade than what it's worth, but
100%.
Hey,
I'll keep it in the hard
credit,
plastic.
though. Not many of us can say we have a baseball card, right? So
True.
my guy Izzy. But let's get into my question. We were talking about I forgot my question, Donnie. What was I going to get into?
Not sure.
Yeah.
What the hell were you talking about?
I don't know. We were going to get into
I have
something.
Go
ahead, Donnie.
Jimmy, have you ever seen somebody play first base while holding a dog? Because I did. I got the luxury of seeing this. We were playing with Chooch on his team. And there are two people on the team named Chooch, which was wild to me. Yeah. We were playing with Chooch, unlimited arc, and Nooch in one of the innings held the dog on a leash while he played first base. You ever seen anybody do that?
I have not. But I do remember my question. So Donnie,
we had Scott Gates holding a baby, and then we had Nooch holding a dog, all on the team, and we got smoked. But it was a fun game to be a part of.
So my question is that your team actually plays 2 leagues, and so what I was getting at is what was the decision? Because like I said, most of the teams this year that we have spoken to are not playing 2 leagues. So what made it your guys? Was it was your decision, you two, and just said, hey guys, we're playing 2 leagues, or did your team vote on this? And what was obviously the decision was to play 2 leagues, but what was kind of the feedback when you discussed that with the team?
Yeah. Well, honestly, after last year, like I said, dealing with having like Raiders starting games, tournament games at that. I mean, he had to start a handful of league games as well too. So at first I was like, man, forget this. We're doing 1 league no matter what, blah, blah, blah. So, but then, things happen, pickups happen. We made a handful of pickups. So that kind of put us, in the, the higher number of players on our roster, so
yeah.
With that, just make it a little bit easier, and everybody kind of agreeing that, that they're, they'll make this league or that league or both leagues, and just enough bodies to go around this year. So just want to get everyone time.
Yeah, and one good thing about your guys' pickups, I mean, Stacy shows up 100%. Pop shows up 100%.
McTeague.
Greco shows up. Morris Greco shows up 90%. McTeague 100%. So, I mean, the guys you picked up are 90% plus players that are there all the time. So
right, that's exactly what we need too. So
yeah, no doubt. So I mean, it does make a lot of sense going with the 2 leagues, considering you probably have 6 or 8 guys on last year's team that shows up all the time. So you're going to be sitting with 12, 13 guys at almost every game, which is a huge advantage, as we all know. People don't realize that bench is a huge advantage.
Yeah.
So,
like, I think my brother brought it up earlier, just getting those guys reps in, live action games, versus the same teams that we're going to be playing in tournaments. So come to tournaments, whoever, if you have to, play pinch hit, play defense or something, you're ready.
Yep.
I think it's one of those things that, you talk about how we grow the younger players, right? I'm a big believer, if you want to play A or major ball, you're only going to get better playing A or major ball. Park ball is awesome, but are you really going to get better playing a family team on a Sunday league at 9:00 in the morning at Archer Park?
No.
It's, Nooch's kid right there.
What's going on with your brother Nooch, Angelo? Does he know he's on a show like nationwide?
Hey, that's
show
the dog we saw on the field.
That's his baby right there.
Oh, who's that guy?
Just like
this is Rocky.
Looks just like.
Does Rocky make the decisions on Fat Kids? Does he make the lineup?
Yeah, he makes the final decision. Everything goes through him.
I love that. That's the first time a dog has been on the show.
Well, he doesn't leave me alone, so
that's all right.
No, somebody walked their dog. I believe I watched the show. Someone was walking their dog.
Yeah, that was your boy from Whale,
Jackson Perry.
Oh, Jackson.
in the dark.
In the
in the
dark.
dark. Some of the people, man, I don't
Yeah.
know sometimes. I don't
That's
know
true.
what they think.
You're right.
I don't
Angelo,
get
that
it.
was like one of the first 10 shows we ever did on this show.
I'm a loyal watcher.
I appreciate that.
Got you, guys.
Man, that's great. Is this kind of the most excited you both have been going into a season in a while? Can you
For
say
sure.
that?
100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I just love the game anyway. I'm excited every year, but I would definitely say a little bit more excited this year for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing. I'm a softball junkie. I love playing. I love that competition. One of the things, other teams might never know because we argue so much. I'm always excited to play with my brother. It's something I don't think a lot of players get to do out there.
Yep.
And to do it 20, maybe 15 years plus. I'm excited for that. But, picking up these players and really hearing all the chatter of everybody, damn, why are you guys going to them? You should come with us. And they're staying committed to us, really has me wondering what we're going to do and how we're going to kick the season off.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I think this 2026 season for you guys is definitely to win a tournament. I think you guys have the talent to do that. So there's no doubt about that. And I think, are you guys taking the same squad to Yuma? Because I know Fat Kids usually go to Yuma, and it's kind of now a mixture of all the same guys that usually go to Yuma. I believe Pops has played with you guys in Yuma.
Yeah.
McTeague. So, is that the plan now that the actual Fat Kids team is going to go to Yuma too, or?
No, not the actual team because Jake couldn't make it this year. But
What does he have to do?
I don't know.
It's a plus.
Yeah.
There is I think he got a new job or something.
New job, as he said at my bar Friday night till 8 in or Saturday night, till 8 in.
But yeah, I mean there'll be a good portion of us that'll be going. So, I mean, it's always a good bonding trip. I look forward to it.
Yeah, yep. we always extend, the offer to guys that are playing with us during the season. A lot of people have family, trips already planned or kids got baseball. But we do try to stay loyal to like the guys that have been going for years.
Sure.
There's some guys that don't play major ball no more, but still come out there and play with us that weekend. So.
Yeah,
kind of give them the priority, but we try to fill in with our guys first before going out and trying to recruit.
Yeah, that's one thing I could say about our Slap and Tickle team. We kind of do the same thing. It's usually a core group, and then we always ask the same people back from last year, and then if they can't go, then we try to fill. Right. So
yeah.
But Donnie,
will Chippy be on the team
for Yuma?
Yeah.
That's one of those questions where if you got to wait to see if he's in uniform there.
In uniform. Okay.
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine, Donnie.
Fair. He's a tough one.
Yeah. I mean,
will he be in a Fat Kids uniform in next year?
Yeah. I mean, I would like to think so, but I feel like as I say that, I don't know. I don't want to make myself look like an idiot either, So, I don't know. Like I said, I like to think so, and different conversations with them and stuff. He says he's with us, that he's looking forward to playing with us and stuff. So, yeah, we'll see. April was the 26th.
Yeah.
Opening night of Park.
Maybe he plays the leagues with you guys.
I know So I actually thought about that, and when I left the meeting for what was it? I think Forest Park, when they brought up that this year you could do that. Like if you're not in the league, you could play with another team.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't affect your status at all for like major tournaments. So it did, different thoughts did through my head on the driving home from that meeting of how things could possibly unfold. But
It
Oh,
would be tough though to play him over your everyday guys in turn like your tournament
well,
guys, if that makes
let's
sense.
let's
yeah,
talk
no,
about that. How does that make sense? So you can go play. So I'm at 45s. We're not in Forest Park. I go play on a team in Forest Park because I'm not. My team's not in it. Does that
yeah,
make any sense?
It's opening up Pandora's box there.
Kind of hate it.
I mean, honestly, like if we're trying to make it different from your park league or recreational, and you're trying to make A or major a difference maker, why are we letting people jump around rosters in the middle of a regular season? Like to me, that just doesn't make sense.
yeah. And I think it. Yeah, you're definitely. It's a slippery slope. You don't really. I mean, it might seem, like from the start, like everything's gonna be kosher, but uh, you already know how things get with in softball. Guys start bringing guys out when they're
Yeah.
dead, or they're losing, or they need a win, or they just can't find guys. And
Yeah.
next thing like Mercado.
Yeah, I mean, Angelo, I know you're one of the names I have on the list.
Coach, I'm gonna take you off real quick.
Yeah. Maybe, Angelo, you're one of the names I have on the list for the players thing that we talked about, Union. And I know Donnie and I, we're going to probably make a move on that if we're going to do something here in the next month. We just got a lot going on right now. But one of the things that I wanted to ask you about that being on, like, is that this could be something, because, we talk about players union, we talk about what the players want. This could be something we could fight back as players. Like, why would we want Flash picking up guys from Circus for regular season games? Like, to me, it just doesn't.
Yeah.
You got 18, 20 roster spots. If you can't get 10 guys at a game, then, you forfeit. Like, I'm sorry. Or you go and pick up a park kid like we used to back in the days if you're short. I mean, no offense, but, like, to pick up guys off other major teams, does that really make the game better? I don't know. I mean, where did we hear that from, Angelo? Go to you on that. Is that something we heard at the meeting, or what was said?
I wasn't at the Forest Park meeting when that was said, but my thoughts on that is you're giving fuel to the fire of teams only playing tournaments and losing leagues. So now I can just play in a tournament team and go play with my buddies everywhere else.
Right.
I'm not a fan of it. I think it's gonna hurt softball. It's gonna eliminate all leagues and competition, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Teams are gonna get pissed because it's gonna come down to who's friends with who.
Yeah, see, he was talking all that mess.
I don't know what happened. God.
No, but I just think it's gonna come down to who got more friends on that Circus team that's gonna go play with them so that team can win. It's gonna hurt the teams that are coming up. Those teams that just won A that are coming to play major now. I'm trying to think of the other teams, the Irons, the who else is out there? That might not get those
Future.
big players. Yeah,
like the future, like a I don't even think Dirty 38s is playing in the leagues, and want to see where those guys kind of bounce around and play at. But is the rule? No, did you hear if you play in Forest Park with a different team, that has no effect on your Forest Park standing either for the tournament?
No, because you turn in a whole entire new roster for the tournament.
Yeah, it's an open roster, so that doesn't matter.
So it's basically separate entities. So so if you're in Forest Park League, basically you can add anybody from whoever's not playing, like 30-38s, I think Moneyline,
Sure.
who else isn't playing at Forest? Well, I can't even think of the rest of the teams,
Sure.
but basically anyone from those teams you could add on your roster, and they would still be okay to play any major tournament with their own team.
I mean, I mean, to your point, isn't that why we make park leagues though too, right? If you want to go play, you go play. If you're not playing, I don't know. I don't know how that makes the game better.
Yeah, I
But
mean, I don't necessarily. I mean, we have a ton of guys already, so it's doesn't really even make a difference for us. But
no,
Would
yeah, I
would
mean,
that would that rule be put out there if it wasn't a circus or a flash or a 38? You
Sure.
know, if it was a an iron, would they be making that change to the rules where you can play with
so
iron in tournaments?
yeah, and you're kind of, giving power to, I mean, the circus guys for only doing tournaments. I mean, granted, I know they have their schedules and kids and whatnot, but I mean, if they weren't allowed to move around to other teams, could they potentially still be in the league? I mean, uh,
We're
oh yeah,
we're
I see
already
what you're saying. Yeah,
we're already seeing a decline in teams that are playing in leagues, and this
right.
doesn't help.
That's one less team. So if they're going to be able to just play tournaments and then show up for whatever team whenever,
Yeah.
they're basically still in the league, or if they weren't allowed to play on whatever team, would they have their own team in the league still? So
yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, fat kids isn't playing in Forest Park, right? But there's 9 fat kids playing on different teams, all in
Right.
Forest Park. Does it really make a smart logic why we're not in it then?
Let me ask you a
Well,
question. You guys, Jimmy, sorry to cut you off. This is
yeah.
as you guys both run, your team, you guys make the decisions. How difficult would it be as a coach to have a guy come in that's not on the team to say, "Hey, we're going to start this guy in this league night over somebody that's going to sit, and then come tournament time, this guy's not on our team, so he's not going to be on the roster come tournament time." And then, how do you find the loyalty in that player that's sitting for somebody else? Does that make sense?
I mean, I wouldn't do that, but
Right.
yeah, like I said before, it's a slippery slope. That you're pushing away, obviously that player, that loyal player that's already
Right.
on your team, just because of some rental guy, for one day a week, or just one
Right.
tournament, or one
Yep.
league. I'm sorry. So yeah, I mean,
Well,
they're just gonna tear your team apart if anything.
or you're
I
going to
mean,
see it the most is like, for example, I'm only going to use Julian Russell because 38s are not playing in Forest Park.
Yep.
A team's going to need a shortstop one night. They're going to have
right.
11 players. They don't have a shortstop on those 11 players. And they're going to call Julian Russell to come play shortstop for their team. And now one of those 11 are going to be on the bench because Julian's playing short when any of those 11 couldn't play short. Makes sense? When they're playing probably a fat kid's, a signature, 45s, hex, or whatever.
Right.
But I can honestly see that's where it would come in.
Yeah, and then and imagine, you think you're showing up to play, I don't know, whoever, and then like now they have their team plus Julian or
Yeah.
plus whoever
Sure.
else, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
No,
that's just kind of
yeah, no, it's not. It doesn't make much sense, but quite frankly, though, they do an open roster every year at their tournament. If you think
Which
about it.
which
yeah.
how many teams end up folding after
Oh yeah.
Forest Park, because of
No, I
something like
mean,
oh,
yeah, no, I mean,
Sure.
I wonder if that's where they got the idea because they do open roster at their tournament. I don't know of any. The only guy that comes to mind is Vince Stacy. 7 years ago, left signature, played with Flash that weekend.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's the only guy I could think of that played with one team up to that tournament, jumped ship, went and played with another team. Right?
yeah. Yeah, I can't think of anyone.
but it's even to the point where not even say we pick you up for a tournament, sit somebody, and then tournament's over, you go back to your team. Now that guy that just got set in the biggest
Quit.
show is
Right.
giving you the finger, talking about, oh, you didn't need me?
Yep.
Okay, now I'm gone, and then
Yeah.
you
Now you
needed
really
No,
need
yeah.
it.
you know.
So JP had a question. He says, "Is your tournament SSA roster, open roster. Our tournament is SSA roster. We are doing legit rosters. For that weekend, if a major team has to pick up a player, it's got to be off of either Park League or somebody that's not on another major roster. So that's how we're doing it that weekend. Those rules will come out soon. We'll probably get them out in April. I don't know if you guys heard, but we're going to have, a wonderful gentleman singing the national anthem for us that day, which I think will be pretty cool. We're going to have just a lot of cool stuff. So, JP, I appreciate the question, but no, it's definitely going to be roster. And it looks like right now we're going to have 6 Iowa teams, Donnie, rolling in from Iowa. So it's going to be I saw Travis Clark over the weekend in the Dells.
Did you really?
And yeah. I was sitting at the Monks with my cousin and my wife, and he come rolling in and like gave me a bear hug from behind. I had no idea who it was. Really? He actually almost hurt your uncle, Donnie. And,
he's a strong guy.
Yeah. And so I asked him, I says, is Rismondo going to play in our tournament? What's the deal? He said he'll try to make it work, but it's not convincing. So the reason being is they got that 12-inch major tournament the same weekend here in Illinois. So, yeah. So I've asked some of the DC guys at Papa Magoo's that I see. I don't know if you heard, but the D Team Illinois team went down to Florida.
They won in Myrtle Beach.
Not Florida, South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, and they won Myrtle Beach. So I actually asked those guys to see if they'd be interested in playing in our tournament. Because to your point, getting new teams, getting different people to play, to me, I think is what makes the game fun. Seeing new people. When you think about it, why did we go to Yuma? We see new people, right?
Yeah, I was going to say that's like one of the best parts of Yuma is that, just being the outsider, being the new guy, playing against all kinds of people, different guys and stuff.
Right. I mean, and I think that brings some excitement around the field. Think about Rismondo playing major nationals 2 years ago, the year they won it. How much excitement was around the field that those guys were there. It was just different, it was really cool. So, but yeah, so that being said, I think it's definitely cool. Definitely awesome to have some new things going on. But Donnie, go ahead with your next question.
Yeah, no, I've got nothing else. I think we covered a lot of it. Jimmy, you've got your question you ask everybody, but if you want to get into that, but yeah, I think I asked everything I wanted to ask.
Okay. So guys, we got a couple questions left. My question, and then of course you guys got to have a question for us. But my question to you guys is, as we go into 2026 and as we go moving forward with softball, guys like myself and Angelo's age are, we're getting older.
Man, Angelo caught straight there.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer we're going to be around, but either way, I want to ask both of you guys, because both of you guys have been around the game long enough. What do you see that's, as you sit here today and think about the state of softball, where it's at, what do you think we can do just to enhance our game, to do something different that makes it entertaining, or do something that's going to make it better, or maybe we could attract more teams to come to play 16-inch? Angelo, start with you.
One of the things I think that just pops in my head automatically is just a variety of different style tournaments. The way you guys are running your tournament, I think there was a tournament you guys talked about where if you lose your first one, you drop down to this pool, like how 12-inch, I guess, does their little tournament where you filter down. Yeah. One of the tournaments I liked that SSA did a long time ago was the flip a coin, right? Yeah. You flip a coin, you win heads. If you win, you could pick glove or you could take home, it levels the playing ground, single game elimination tournaments. I was one of those people that came in softball when they had qualifiers. You showed up, played with the lemons. We had a lot of 9 o'clock games, knocked out by 9:30, drinking in the parking lot till 2. That's what softball was. That's what was fun. It wasn't all softball 24/7. Oh, we play at 9, we won. Now we gotta wait till 11 o'clock at night, so I can't drink or I can't go do something because I gotta be back. You
Yeah.
know, just having a variety of tournaments.
Yeah.
I think one of the Iowa guys talked about like a draft tournament. Kind of like how you did in the dome. Maybe do it
Yeah.
Yeah,
outside.
it's cool. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
my team did win it that one year, so it was a little bias on that, but it's fun playing with people I didn't know. I knew Nate. That's pretty much
Yeah.
all I know on my team.
Yeah.
It's like Thanksgiving.
um,
I know you guys both participated in Thanksgiving. Angelo, we were on the same team for Thanksgiving. I think it's the first time I ever played on your team, and it was fun.
Yeah, I think we had like 7 pitchers.
We had
Yeah.
a bunch of pitchers, yeah, and still give up enough runs to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, do you think you mentioned single elimination? Do you think that because we don't run single elimination tournaments anymore, that kind of hurts the leagues? If you think about it, you play so many games on the weekends, people don't want to play during the week. Back then, you played so many single elimination tournaments. To your point, you play one game on a Saturday. Now, you know what I mean? Now you're dying to get back out there to play, and your next game's a Monday or Wednesday in a league. So, could the different formats help league play? Every tournament we play is double elimination, 4-day bullshit. So, does it help? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just a thought. And it made me think of that, so I brought it up.
Yeah, I mean, I think it can. It can make players hungry to want to play again.
True.
I think putting more, like, trying to make leagues better, putting more money into single games, eliminate the payout at the end of the season. Put every league game $200 to win or $100. Westchester used to have, if an A team beats a major team, you won $100 or $150. Put all the money there instead of for in the playoffs. Now you'll get people to want to play more. Now guys have to show up with their full teams. To compete.
Good thought. Yeah.
That's how I look at it. I don't know.
Nooch, before I get to you, I want to say something. Christine has just made a comment. She's watching right now. She wanted to see major teams play unlimited arc, but also, Christine, I have to reach out to you because we want to have a 4-team girl tournament at our Uncle Jimmy Cousin Donnie tournament. Single elimination, so you guys will come out and play 2 games. Win, done. But we're going to sing the national anthem right before the girls start their tournament. So I have to reach out to her. So just, Christine, if you're still watching, connect with me tomorrow, and we'll love to talk to you about getting those teams. But Nooch, over to you. What's your thought on my question of what I asked Angelo? Like, what is something that you think you could do differently, or something that you could bring to the game that's new, right, that would change or help grow it?
Man, the $1 million question.
Yeah.
Man, I don't even know if I have the right answer, or
there is no right answer.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I do feel like I do like what my brother was talking about. Different style tournaments. Run a couple, like the same thing. I remember playing qualifiers every weekend. Maybe run a couple more tournaments, single elimination. Like that. So where you, to your point, you might play 1, 2, or 3 games instead of 5, 6, 7 games over 4 days. Now you're done. You're done Saturday afternoon. You still got time to do other things. So many people in the game nowadays, they have so many other things to do, or would rather do so many other things. So it gives them time to do that stuff. So maybe drive some more, I guess, loyalty or attendance back in that way. Yuma's great style. I know a lot of those teams would travel more this way. They always say if there's more guaranteed games, per tournament, so I kind of went against what I just said about single elimination, but it's the mix of it, some Yuma styles, some single elimination, so throughout the course of a summer, you have a little bit of everything. So it's like, it's not the same stale stuff every week in, week in and week out, weekend, every month.
No, yeah, I mean that's exactly what I think we've been discussing and talking about. That's one of the reasons why, Donnie and I want to bring the players together to make those changes, to do the players union, but what, like we said on Donnie, I think we said it a couple shows ago, we bring this players union together. What is the ultimate goal of doing that, right? You two have played long enough, and I've been asking this players that I talk to offline, if we were to do something like that, what is really the point? I mean, is it for us to have some say to go to the SSA, or is
Right.
it something, because I mean, we're not, and I think it's pretty clear. It's not like we're fighting the SSA. That's not what it's about. I think we're all trying to have, I think someone said it right. Like everyone has a Minibin Sal or somebody. They all have the same intentions. It's just that certain people do it differently, right? Uh, I
I
don't
think
know.
I think
God,
as a to your union point or players union, I think it gives us a little bit of substance as a group, as opposed to just a bunch of random people blurting out random
yeah,
answers or solutions. So like if we can go, like constructively with a group of 20 people that have been around the game for years and be like, listen, like we really think that this is going to help better the game. Like, can we at least give it a shot?
yeah. No, I think it's worth it, and I think we could do a Teams call, right? It doesn't. We don't know. I mean, if we want to meet at a bar, we could. You want to take him off, Donnie? uh, I think we could do a Teams call, or make it easy for the guys, right? Where no one has to leave their home. We could do it at 9 o'clock at night and have a meeting. I just, maybe we just do it to see what comes out of it, and it doesn't mean that we do it, but maybe we do it. The list of players, and I'm just, I don't want to be the guy that picks the players either. It's just that Donnie and I talked about it, and we've kind of put a list together of what we think would be impactful for the game. But when that group gets in that room, maybe there's 2 or 3 or 5 other players that we say, hey, we bring this guy in the room. I think he can add value. So I don't
Let
know.
me
So go ahead, Andrew.
let me ask you a question. Okay, I'm all for the players union. Like I think giving players, another platform to express what they want is great. You deal a lot with a lot of the powers to be.
Yeah.
Is doing all this work to get everybody together even worth it if they're not gonna
It's a good question.
be receptive of what we got to say?
Can I
I'm not
answer
saying
that?
I'm not saying they got to take everything we say and that's how it has to go, but meet in the
I
middle,
think
compromise.
I think if you put a group of enough of like the right or I'll say the
Correct.
right people,
Yes.
I think they have to listen after a certain point, because like
Yeah.
again, it's not just random people blurting out random answers or solutions. If you get,
Right.
however many people you guys decide for it to be, if that many impactful people, from the game that been around that know the ins and outs, like I think they have to listen. They have to at
Right.
least give it a shot. Otherwise, what risk the game
Right.
continue dying, or you just try, and innovate, try new shit.
Yeah.
It
Yeah. No,
largely depends on who you get. That's the whole
yeah.
thing. If you get people that move the needle in the game, that are really, really either great players or have strong opinions about the game, that's where it becomes receptive. That's a great question, Angelo. And it'll probably take guys like Nate Mercado, right? People that have a really, really strong voice and are popular figures in the game, you know, to move the needle because they want to listen. They want to see what a veteran that's a really great player has to say.
For
Yeah.
sure.
One of the other things is, is there going to be a plan if we go there and we give them our demands or however you want to state it, and then they're like,
Sure.
okay, we're done. SSA is no more, or ASA no more. Is there going to be a platform, someone's that's going to step up and
Yeah,
try to
Well, I
run it?
mean,
I don't know if they'll
let's
go
talk
that
about
drastic,
you call
but
Bob and cornerback.
Well, let's just think about that, right? So, who the SSA doesn't run the Melrose League technically. I know it does. Patty does, but Patty and Izzy. But technically, it's not an SSA league, I guess, is how they say it, right? I don't know. That's what they say. Forest Park, obviously, is not an SSA league. Westchester tournament is not an SSA tournament. They just took it over and helped them run it. Okay. The North-South is not an SSA tournament. Danny Atkins runs it. Our tournament is not an SSA tournament. We're going to run it. Nationals is an SSA tournament. Forest Park is not an SSA tournament. So I'm not saying that the SSA is bad, but I'm just saying if, God forbid, to your point, if they walk away and say basically we're not doing anything, you're still going to have 4 tournaments. You're still going to have both leagues, and you possibly could have somebody run a major national, which is 1 weekend a year, right? So I'm not saying the SSA is not doing what they're going to do, but to your question, if they walk away and say we're not doing this anymore, I'm sure people, it's not easy. I mean, I'm not saying it's an easy job, but I'm sure somebody would step up to run a major national, and realistically, or the A nationals, they do. I think the SSA does a lot at the A level and the B levels, which if you look back, that's where a lot of some of these B teams have now A teams, and A teams are now major teams. And that's kind of stemmed from the SSA keeping that alive. You know what I mean? I think that's where they've added impact a little bit to the game. Francisco, I don't know if I would say, knowing Francisco, if there was no SSA, I would still say he would run a B tournament and the B national, no doubt. I think Eggs, if there was no SSA, the way how passionate he is about his A national tournament for Eggs, I would still say that Ray would run that, right? So I don't know. I mean, would it be different? Yeah, absolutely. We wouldn't have Gio probably live streaming games. But
it was different when we started playing for the SSA too, though.
Yeah, right. It was. So
The Papa
We'll
Lagoon Softball Association.
Maybe. Hey, you never know, Angelo. You never know. All right, you never know. But Angelo, you would know.
Great
This
question.
is the point. Good question. But this is the point we hand it over to you, and you ask questions to Donnie or I about whatever it may be about the game, about
Good
us
question.
personally, anything you want to go with.
All right, so kind of just popped in my head after you talking about how the A and B levels are growing, and those tournaments are so big. Can you explain why B nationals, 50 and older, are played without gloves, but A and major are played with gloves?
Well, we have a no glove though for both A and major, don't we?
Yeah, but you're nationals. So like 50 and over nationals, bare hand. Majors plays with a glove.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Because I remember when SSA came around, their big selling point was 5 years we're going away from the glove.
Yeah.
And we're what, 15 years in now?
Right. Yeah. No. Makes a ton of sense.
You know what? Like the glove tournament is fun because it's the only tournament that's different.
I like gloves, and I wasn't saying it as the fact that I don't like it. I think you have to be a real hitter, or
correct.
The games are a lot cleaner, right?
Yes.
It's not just hit the ball hard at someone and
there is no
beats them up.
Glove. You're
So
right.
that's why I loved qualifiers. You got to play with gloves more than just that one time a year.
Good thought.
So, but it was just always in my head, like, why does 50 and over not play with gloves, but major plays with gloves?
Yeah, that's a good thought. It's easier as pitcher too because you defend yourself a little bit better. That's a good thought. I never thought about like a B national with a glove. I think that would be
if they're gonna grow and move up, give them that experience now. Why wait till they're
B national would be interesting.
Yeah, it would.
It would be. You asked the question, and why can't we find a complex with 7 fields like in Joliet and run the B national and the A national and the major just the B national with the A and the major national, right? So Remember back in the day? I mean, if you remember back in the day, we used to have an A national and major national in the same weekend.
On the same weekend.
So
I
if
remember the
B
one year with Cedar Rapids and in Marshalltown. You know,
Yeah.
it was same weekend. Guys couldn't jump from A teams to B team or move around. It's like you went with your team.
But to your point, to get the B teams involved with Labor Day weekend, is it maybe you have a B tournament? I mean, they're getting, how many teams is Francisco getting?
Like
24?
30, doesn't he?
He's getting up there, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, we have the women, we have a major, like we had the women major last year with us at Joliet.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be
Christine
cool.
says she just posted and the women, Jimmy. Christine, I already brought you up. I don't want to hear it. So
I actually kind of like that idea that you brought up. Imagine having a B tournament, A tournament, and major tournament. I mean, maybe if you can't do all three, but at least a A and a major tournament in the same park, the same weekend. That would
is the B.
Yeah, that would be cool. Or A and B in the same weekend at the same park or something.
Right. I mean, we're the only softball organization that rents a field with 7 diamonds and we use 3. But I mean, if we could utilize all 7, right? I think it would be. Is it possible? I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I think that would drive. I think for the B players or the A teams and stuff. If I was on a B team, and I would want to be a part of that tournament, being part of the same,
Sure.
That's how you're gonna get seen by a major team.
Correct.
You got a major coach watching a game just to watch the game, and you get noticed and you move up.
Correct.
Let's go out of town too.
Yeah, no, I mean,
playing in Illinois.
I mean, since they moved nationals out of Joliet this year, I mean, this would be the perfect year to go to Iowa, in my opinion, if it made it work.
I always like playing in Town. One of my favorite parks.
Fun.
For sure.
Yeah.
Cedar Rapids is fun. I mean,
yeah, no, Cedar Rapids is a great town. I love Cedar Rapids.
When we had nationals in places like that, teams stayed together longer because you hung out at the hotel, you built camaraderie. Same thing like Arizona. You're Slap and Tickle. You guys all hang out together. Our Fat Kids team, we all hang out together. Now when nationals are here, it's like, okay, game's over. I'm driving back to the city to go home.
Yeah.
Guys don't full experience.
No, yeah, it's definitely interesting for sure. It makes you really think. But Nooch, you have a question for Donnie and I.
How can we not really? This is just a dumb question, but
no dumb
how
question.
can how can we get a tournament or something back in Mount Prospect?
What was I was talking to Kevin Duff today. He said the 27 and under used to be at Mount Prospect, and it was awesome.
I know that.
It was in Mount Prospect at a different park, not Majewski.
Oh, okay.
It was at
Maddie Dozen, though, is going to have, I think, the April tournament at Mount Prospect.
Oh, really?
There you go.
Yeah, I think that's their plan. I mean, don't quote me on that, but I think their plan is to have it on that Saturday, single elimination, to start the year, the 1 week. Now, Maddie's not sponsoring it this year, but I think Maddie's going to run it, and it's going to be an SSA event. And what I was told was, I think they're trying to get Mount Prospect. I'm almost positive. I don't think they're going to do it on the south side over here by my house. I think they're going north. So
nice.
I wonder if that's confirmed yet. I don't know, but there was a little birdie that told me that. So hopefully that's true, because that tournament in that park is just an awesome park to hit at. I love that Mount Prospect Park.
That parking lot is better than the park.
I know.
Parking 2 miles down, walking all the way to the field.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're 100% right. I just think it's I don't know, it's just kind of the aura too. Like, I feel like I began playing softball in that park. I know Donnie has never played there, but
I never played there.
No?
No.
The grass.
Angelo, we got 2 years older than Donnie.
True. Ask the Menizzies about the parking lots after
Yeah,
games.
they always talk about it. They always talk highly about it.
Last out, you got to bring your case the next day. You know,
Oh yeah.
many nights in that parking lot.
I mean, dude,
Burgers, soft. That was the best.
many nights in that parking lot with Jeff Berger. There's no doubt.
I feel like those are one fields that were meant for 16-inch softball. The infields were just the right size. The dimension was just the right size. The fence height, you know.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
It was a shame that pole fell down because I think that's a perfect complex for a major national. You know what I mean? It's just perfect.
Yeah.
It's it's great. And I got the even to watch the games there, everything's right there. It just feels more. It just feels crowded. You know.
Yeah, you just feel like you're walking into like Yankee Stadium or something.
Right.
It's cool. Yeah, those are great questions, though. We appreciate that stuff a lot and being able to talk about the game as much as we can. You guys were, if there's nothing else, excellent to talk about softball with. I know, Nooch, you were in and out, but definitely got the message across about, how passionate you are about the team and how much you both look forward to the year, and we appreciate that stuff a lot.
Absolutely. So Donnie has, guys.
All right. That's it.
Donnie has a question.
Show's over.
You want to take notes off? Donnie has a question before we leave tonight.
Yeah, I do.
I know, Donnie, we've now 2 shows in a row have put off catcher EHs. They're going to hate us.
It's fine. We've had good guests, though. The guests have been the show, which is fine.
Yeah, which is what we do this for. But
correct.
You have a topic, and we're going to leave them on the show while we talk about this topic. Because I also I know you were going to ask me my opinion on this topic.
Yeah.
But Bruce needs glasses, obviously.
Bruce had 3 ugly pictures.
Yeah, Bruce obviously needs glasses. So get me my elimination chamber tickets, Bruce, and you can call me ugly all you want.
All right. My question, Jimmy, there's a question before. Jimmy, can you name the 4 presidents that are on Mount Rushmore?
No.
That's hilarious.
Washington.
Okay. Correct. Okay.
Yeah.
Adams and Lincoln.
Lincoln.
Adams is not on Mount Rushmore.
Lincoln's on there, though.
Correct. Lincoln is on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you why.
Hold on.
Go ahead. Try to get the other 2.
I should know this.
You should know this. You should.
Roosevelt.
Correct. One more.
Who's the 4th? Roosevelt, Washington, Lincoln. I think there's one more. I'm missing one. Trump.
Not yet. He might put himself on there.
I can't think of the other guy.
You know
Go ahead.
I'm out.
Thomas
Who's
Jefferson.
the 4th?
Thomas Jefferson.
Jefferson. I
Not
knew,
a president.
I knew that. I should have knew
He was
that.
the
I knew the
second
3 for
president,
sure.
or
I could.
Right?
Huh?
All right. So
I'm not
the reason I asked that.
I don't get into political stuff though. Too
Sure.
much.
Or national monuments. I understand.
No.
Or non-political.
You talk to me about making money. I can tell you all you want.
The reason I asked is because I had a debate the other day with somebody about their sports Mount Rushmore. So 4 athletes that you think would be on the sports Mount Rushmore.
In any sport.
Across all sports, men or women, across all sports. Who would be on your
16-inch?
You could be a 16-inch Mount Rushmore too. That's a good one.
No. We talk about that all the time. Let's
like
talk about Mount Rushmore.
Spencer.
It'd be the whole signature infield. I know.
Correct. Who do you think? Nooch, who do you think would be on your Mount Rushmore?
I'm making my list right now, Donnie. Hold on.
Yeah.
My Mount Rushmore.
We'll try to keep it brief as we chatted a lot, but try and think of who you got. I have my 4.
And I'm going to do one from each sport. I'm not even going to make it more
Good.
interesting.
I was
You
I was
could.
trying to do that.
You could. I would like to hear people in the comments too talk about who they think.
Well, the baseball one to me is tough, but I'm ready with mine.
Okay.
So for me, Wayne Gretzky
Yep.
for hockey, Tom Brady for football,
Yep.
Michael Jordan for basketball,
Okay.
and then baseball to me, the greatest player I've ever seen play baseball is Barry Bonds.
Yep.
But I mean, people say that Mickey Mantle, and I watched some of the old clips. Mickey Mantle, they say, was one of the greatest ever to do it.
Sure.
I mean, the other guy who was my idol, like my favorite player growing up. I mean, he's nowhere near Mount Rushmore, but I'll tell you, he's a straight winner, and that's Derek Jeter. You know, he is the winner of the game, right? But he's not the best to ever do it. I think, you know, Bonds to me, because of my lifetime
that's
watching
your fourth.
those. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bonds, I think, is the fourth.
Okay.
But that's a tough one to decide in baseball.
Okay.
You know, I can't list the old players of the Mantles and the Marises and those guys in the day. I mean, Ohtani could be there. Ohtani's pretty damn good. You know, he keeps going at the rate he's going. So
Pops.
You don't want to put that guy up there?
Yeah. Pop said Timmy K, Fat Jason, McDoss.
what do you think of mine, Donnie?
Good. Yeah, it's good. The Bonds one is interesting because of the steroids, right? He was.
Yeah, but everyone else was doing them too. So what was the event?
I'm just saying. Angelo, let me hear yours.
I mean, I definitely got to put Michael Jordan on there. Football, I probably, you know, I mean, I'm gonna put Walter Payton there. I know, don't have all the rings he should have, but yeah, I mean, the man just did it. I would say I'm kind of biased to this one. I'm Roberto Clemente. I'd put up there for baseball. You know,
I like that.
And then I'm gonna put Serena Williams.
Okay, I like that.
I mean,
that's a very unique
talk about winner and, you know, changing the sport.
Yeah,
you know,
no doubt.
Put it up there.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will. Since no,
I didn't even think golf. Tiger Woods. I didn't even think of Tiger Woods.
Could put Tiger. I have Michael Jordan. I have Tom Brady, Wayne Gretzky, and Michael Phelps as my fourth one.
Wow. So we had 3 out of 4, Donnie, and we didn't even go over those answers. That's pretty funny.
I know.
Wow.
Michael Phelps, for me, won the most medals in Olympic history. He did it forever. There we go. Nooch, let's hear yours.
Yeah, I don't know. I was still trying to kind of think of mine. I did like. I do agree with Wayne Gretzky, Michael Jordan, those two for sure. I don't know. I think, yeah, like I don't know. Somebody in the comments said Mike Tyson. I think that would be you could go with that for sure.
Muhammad Ali.
I mean, I was too young for Muhammad Ali. I mean, I was even for most of Mike Tyson too, but you know, you still see like clips and stuff. And then, I mean, baseball, I do kind of agree with Barry Bonds too, because that was like my childhood. You know, it's like it's hard to say like, oh, Mickey Mantle if I've never seen the guy play before. So
Griffin was good too.
I mean,
the thing that stood out about Bonds, though, I think that was incredible, is that dude would get one pitch to hit a game and he hit it over the fence. You know what I mean? Like in that year that he hit like 360 with 73 jacks, that year was unbelievable. Like I watched, like I remember as a kid having the MLB package, staying up to watch Barry Bonds hit. That's what I remember. It was almost like watching Michael Jordan play basketball, because anytime Jordan was on TV, you didn't miss it. Like it was Bulls game, you're watching. Like there was nothing else that was, and that's how I felt like growing up during the week with Bonds. Like when Bonds played those West Coast games, I stayed up late and I watched Bond swing. Right. It's just crazy because you don't. It's like you don't forget about those things, like as a kid. And then the same thing with Tiger Woods too. I felt like
everybody watched.
Someone brought up Tiger Woods. I mean, Bruce is probably the smartest guy on here. He said Uncle Jimmy's, and thank you, Bruce. Appreciate that. Buddy. I mean, we're talking looks though, right?
Messi's good. Lionel Messi's good. You could put Pele.
Yeah.
Messi, Ronaldo, and if you want to go soccer.
I like, this is a funny one here. Chris Harrison, Staples, right there in the Birdman. I mean, dude.
Nope.
That's our boy Chris Harris. That's a good one.
That's
a good one by Staples. Speed limit, that a boy.
Oh yeah, we yelled. I got cut off earlier, but we yelled at him for the same thing driving to Yuma, 26 miles an hour,
bro.
The whole way
from Phoenix to Yuma. It probably took us 7 hours.
But guys, there's a Miller Lite in the car. I can't drive fast.
I wanted to kill that guy, and then it made me laugh even harder. A couple months later, I heard the story about him coming back from Iowa.
Right. Oh, it was great, dude. When I left Robbie Grisano at the restaurant with him, he was
hilarious.
So mad. He had to drive with Skittles. He was
man, that's so funny.
It was so funny. If you would have saw his face, dude, it was hysterical. So,
cool.
Who else? Don, there's a lot of people joining in on here saying some good names.
Someone put
really good
Wiles.
Ken Griffey.
Ken Griffey's good.
Bo Jackson. I saw Bo Jackson's name. That's another good one.
Jimmy, you were talking about hitting, with Barry Bonds. I mean, this guy, I missed a lot of his early career, but Tony Gwynn.
Oh yeah, Gwynn.
I mean,
yeah, that dude's stone cold hitter.
You talk about just hitting. He didn't have the home run power, but to be a round guy like me and play the outfield. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a fun. It was a fun debate. We talked about it for a while. So
that one I think you got to go more than just 4.
Yeah, that's
with all those different sports. Because like I said, you can go international, you can go Olympics, you can go U.S.
Women's basketball,
women's
softball.
Yeah.
Christine.
Jimmy, who's on your Mount Rushmore of women's basketball players?
My neighbor, Angel Reese.
Cheryl Miller? Lisa Leslie?
No, I would say no.
Taurasi.
What's the girl Taurasi that
Diana
came out
Taurasi?
of UConn?
Candace
what about
Parker?
the girl that came out of Iowa?
Okay. Caitlin Clark.
Well, hasn't finished her career yet, right?
Yeah.
What about that Candace Parker?
Yeah. That's a good one. Cheryl Swoops.
Shamika Hosklaw from Tennessee before Candace Parker.
Yeah, dude. See, Don, you trying to trump me, and look at me, dude. I know the women. Right?
You said my neighbor Angel Reese.
She is. She lives right down the street from me.
For your Mount Rushmore. Well, that's all, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure.
Hey,
that's what
Donnie,
we're going to
I'm trying to get her on our show as a guest. All right, I'm trying, dude. All right.
Maya Moore, that's a good one.
So, but
maybe
she's watching and she hears her name and says, I want to come on there. I want to meet Cousin Donnie.
She's
with
not
that
watching.
Hairstyle.
She's not watching.
The 47 bags of golf clubs in the back.
Hey, it's my thing.
So.
Yeah, I seen you practicing that swing, Donnie.
Hey, I love it, man. I'm itching to play.
I told Donnie we have to do it. By the way, Donnie, I got another hot dog review coming this week. So
Oh, yeah, I seen you were in my neck of the woods, Jimmy. You invite me to go to the Jimmy's hot dogs.
Oh yeah, dude. I was at 4,000 West Grand. Yeah.
Did you have security with you?
Away.
No, I didn't. I took Jackson with me. So my buddy Jackson from the Dome, he's been filling in for Donnie. And we've been going on the weekends because it's been busy, or we've been going on like a couple weekends ago. We had Monday off. I had Monday off of work, so I went there and then drove down there on that day. This past weekend, when I got back from the Dells, we actually did Tom's Carryout this weekend from Lions. So
Okay.
we
That's
got a
nice barbecue
request.
spot.
Yeah. So we got a request to go there, and there was somebody that watched the show, and so they've told us to go to Tom's Carryout because they changed some things, and quite frankly, you'll see the review, it'll come out, but it was good. It was good. It was quality. And then Fat Johnny's now has been the next
Oh,
one that's requested on 79th and Western.
okay, yeah.
So that's the next one that we have
I think
possibly in
Matt
mind.
Menizzi I think Matt Menizzi had them as at his wedding actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Very
Somebody
interesting.
yeah, like the after hours like
They're the late night meal.
yeah.
I'm learning all about it.
So before you guys go, and we'll leave with this, what would be a hot dog place you would want me to visit to do a review for the game?
I was just trying to think about that too.
You should go to
Uh
Wiener Circle.
Wiener Circle would
Is
be a
on the
good one.
list.
It would just be
It
good
is-
content to see you go in there.
Yeah.
It is
And
it is on the list.
you
I ain't
gotta
gonna lie.
you gotta there's that special scene or whatever where like the girl gives you a kiss. You gotta do that, John.
Oh, there's no doubt. I might go live.
There's a
Yeah.
couple different specials you can get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a hot dog spot though.
I went to Wiener Circle once and they were so mean to me. I didn't even order anything.
Back in the days, I would have told you Demon Dogs, but
What about
Yeah,
Super Dog? I have not been there yet, but I hear
Super
good things.
Dogs.
Super Dog's good. It's like
I'll give you a north side one, Byron's hot dog down in kind of like Wrigleyville.
Okay.
Really?
I want to say it's like Lawrence.
Byron's?
Byron's. I'll get the address and I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Have you done
We'll go-
Wolfie's?
Wolfie's?
Yeah.
By
It's like
Mather
right
Park.
next to Mather High School.
No, yeah, we haven't. So there's been I got a list. I don't know where it's at. It's in I think it's in my bag. People have been, kind of texting me or whatever. Where the funny thing is
I got wait. There's one. You still gotta find it. The hot dog from Home Depot.
ooh,
So good.
that
I
is
don't
a
know.
good one.
That's a good hot dog.
Something
Even
about them Home
Costco.
Depot.
That is a good one. So someone just put in here. So I've been taking Jackson with me because Donnie has been started a new job.
Correct.
So Donnie has been a little busy. So unfortunately, Donnie's taking a little bit of a break, but hopefully he'll make his way back. Someone just said, do a wiener review in Yuma this year. So we can definitely do that. We could definitely find a hot dog place down in Yuma.
Jimmy, we're not going anywhere but the taco spot.
I know.
4th Street
I'll do a
Tacos.
review of the tacos.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. That'll be a good one.
We'll all be on that one. So
We'll have a big round table on that one.
yeah, there's no doubt. No doubt. Byron's, I see it's on Lawrence Avenue, someone was saying. So Donnie, I think it's funny because people now that we're getting a consistent week to week, we're getting more of a kind of an ask for it. So
Sure.
which is good. So
Yeah.
But
That's it. It's great.
that's all I got, Nooch. So I appreciate you guys
Yeah,
joining
of
the
course,
Ultra
my
Jimmy
man. I
Cousin Donnie
appreciate you
Show.
guys.
And you guys were great tonight. I know Angelo just kind of think his phone probably
died. Yeah.
died, but
Yeah.
we'll definitely see you guys soon, man. I appreciate it. Donnie, obviously, thank you, Nooch, and
For sure.
good luck this year for the Fat Kids.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
All
Thank
right,
you,
man.
Nooch.
Thank you. All right, man. As we wind down tonight, dude, they were both great.
Awesome. Yeah, they've been around the game a long, long time, and they've got some really strong opinions about it. I was really, really glad we got into the Forest Park stuff too. So,
Yeah.
just kind of opening people's eyes to some that might not know that, right? Like, might not know what the new rules are. Monica, but his phone died. Angelo,
Yeah.
thank you for being a part of it. We appreciate it a lot, man.
So Home Depot hot dogs.
So
so
good.
I'm-
You ever had one?
I have.
They're good.
Years ago. The problem
You're
is there's some of them that are not open all the time.
Correct.
You got to find one that you can catch. So I will definitely try to do that. Maybe someone watching the show could tell us, and I'll try to catch one. So, but
It's funny that you're neighbors with Angel Reese.
why? What's funny about
I
that?
don't know, I think it's
She's
fun. It's
never
like
there.
It's like a super random thing.
Yeah, she's never there. I mean, she's just bought her house for her mother, I think, last year, the year before.
Oh,
So, I mean, she's there once in a while, but
it's just like a funny fun fact about you. I think that's funny.
Oh, well, I mean, she knows who to live. I mean, handsome guys. I mean, I don't blame her. I'd want to live by me too, right? Don?
Okay, here we go. We lost you. That's it.
So I don't blame her. But we will be back next week. I believe we are going to have Tex is on the list. So
Tex,
we will
okay.
have Tex on the show next week. I got to get a hold of.
We should get Sloan on the show.
Well, we got to get a hold of V. We got to get a hold of Jimmy DeFalco. I don't know if Richie's going to want to come on the show.
He will.
But I'll definitely ask Richie. Well, I don't know. I know he's doing a lot more baseball this season with his kid. So Carter is getting older. So I don't know how much he's going to be around this year. But, Kyle, our producer. Remember Kyle?
Kyle Schuler, of course.
Yeah, Kyle, our producer. The only producer that doesn't work.
Ever.
That's great. Ever.
Yeah.
So, but Donnie, good show, my man. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. Obviously, thank you to the Beacon Tap Signature Transportation Group, Mom and Dad. Well, no more Mom and Dad Water. Actually, I got to take that off. The Cut Shot. So, Mom and Dad Water took a year break from us, but that's okay, Donnie. They'll be back. But thank you to all our sponsors. We will be adding more sponsors as this year goes on. I promise you. So, I had a person in the chat tonight say they want to get a hold of Mike from Cut Shot.
Yes.
Yep. So I'm going to go ahead really quick and put out the phone number to get a hold of Mike from Cut Shot.
Or I'll just put the if you want to put his phone number in the chat, you can.
Yeah. No, I will just why don't
prank
you
call
do that, Don? Since you have you're right in front of you, I could do that.
Cool.
I'm going to share it with Barron now. I'm going to send it to him. Cool. So, and then that way he can call him. But yeah, so all those people out there, if they're interested, please reach out to our sponsor and buy a bat.
See you guys later. Thanks a
lot.
lot.
What do you laugh about?
You're funny. Funny guy.
Thank you, bud. Appreciate that.